Hello everyone, Randall Taussig, Blue Cord Leadership, and welcome to another leadership lesson from the Cockpit. And I'm excited today because I went up in the Cockpit with one of my good clients, Graeme Woodworth, who is the chair of the Department of Neurosurgery at the University of Maryland. And our leadership lesson is your entrepreneurial business needs an entrepreneurial structure. And yes, he is part of an organization that you could argue is not entrepreneurial, but he is, and he's brought this into his department, thinks like an entrepreneur, has put structure in there that is supporting them. It's not bureaucratic, it's entrepreneurial. I can't wait for you to join us in the Cockpit. We'll see you soon. All right. Dr. Graeme Woodworth in my Cockpit, right? Dr. Woodworth, I'm telling you, this is an event that I've been waiting for quite a long time. We've been talking about doing a leadership lesson from the Cockpit. He said that he was interested.
Very interested.
And I said, maybe he's just saying that to make me feel good, but I don't think so, because he's an adventurer.
Well, thank you, Randy, for having me here. This is so much fun for me. It's really been great to, take on this leadership exercise of advancing the Department of Neurosurgery at the University of Maryland, where I serve as the chair of the department, which really requires navigating the core missions across teaching, patient care, and research, which is really what makes it fun in many ways, an exciting place to work, but also a really unique opportunity for examining leadership structures and principles.
Yeah, and our leadership lesson is an entrepreneurial organization needs an entrepreneurial structure. And the reason I think this is so appropriate is you're in the business of medicine, which has a lot of structure, but not necessarily entrepreneurial. And I think that's part of what attracted you to EOS, the entrepreneurial operating system. We're going to talk more about that later, but it's about running a business versus the practice that has a lot of structure around it, and you need both. So I'm really excited for us to get up in the air and have a little bit of a conversation and have some fun together.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So we're in the Cockpit here, and we're talking about the leadership lesson, really about structure. And I'm curious, what was it that got you to even look at something like the entrepreneurial operating system when in fact you're in a hospital system, a teaching system, a medical environment where it's typically not something that anybody would consider? What got you to think about doing that, and really what was your big why behind it?
So when I was given the leadership job, I thought, how am I going to do all the other things at the same time? I really needed a system that was going to help me manage all the new people that were now going to be under my leadership and in many cases needing some new direction. But I also had a vision for the program that I didn't want to have to micromanage every person every day. And when I first read Traction, I thought, wow, this is just such a simple, clear operating system that would, if in use in our complex environment, would free me up in such an incredible way to not only lead, but also continue to do the other things I was doing.
Right, and so you wanted more structure, and the irony is that you have a lot of structure, and some of it may even feel, from an organizational standpoint, bureaucratic. And this is why I say structure is important, but an entrepreneurial structure versus a bureaucratic structure. How would you see, what do you see as the difference between the two?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some natural structure built into the field of medicine that is critical to systematically taking care of patients and not having it just be a free-for-all. The challenge now in the world of cost containment and value-based care, where it's not just can you take care of patients, but can you take care of patients well in a way that gives them quality of life, but doesn't also cost our society huge amounts of money. So that's the way the field is going, and to do that efficiently, we need to have structure, organizational structure that really enables the members of the team to perform their complex tasks and not be held back continuously by managing across these continuous bureaucratic layers.
What are some tools and philosophies that you use to make sure you set people up for success?
Well, the most exciting part of this for us has been that by creating great structure, by creating clear vision, and by really defining who we are and making it clear to those who would join us who we are, that gets people really excited to come on board.
Okay. And though, how about this idea, though, of making sure that you're setting them in a structure that has clear expectations?
What I've learned through this exercise of implementing EOS into our department is the incredible value in having that structure in place when we bring people on board. And they feel so much better about their job, their impact in our organization, knowing that they're serving a critical function that we've defined ahead of time, that they've come on board in a very clear way to serve and propel that function. And then, they be free in many ways to be creative in that role and not feel like they're having to continuously navigate uncharted waters and find new ways to do things because it's just sort of a chaotic, unclear system.
Yeah, we say structure will set you free. You're a real champion for putting this structure in this field holistically. You're out there just, you're preaching. All right, well, you can see by the sun on our faces that we are changing direction. We're going to head back to Millville, and we're going to continue this conversation.
Beautiful.
Please join us next month as we continue the conversation in the cockpit around organizational structure with Dr. Graeme Woodworth. We'll see you soon.